What's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Ava. With this is the Dynasty Bro Fantasy
I don't
Football
like
Podcast.
it. I don't like
episode
it.
65.
I don't like it.
Let's go.
I don't like it. I don't like Mello. I don't feel good, Avo. That shit trash, bro. Look,
on, man.
you got a chance to redo this right now. All you got is 17 words. I'm gonna need you to give me some better energy, bro. Come on, bro. Here, do the little. Yeah, there you go.
What's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Ava. With this is the Dynasty Bro Fantasy Football Podcast. Episode 65. Let's go.
And that's what we came for. What's good, Brodies and Bays? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 55. We gonna let him be 10 off just because he redid that energy. This is where you come for your fantasy football needs and to chop it up about the latest NFL news. We twinsies this week. I'm Dynasty Bro Dot. This is my twin.
Dynasty Bro Vic, what's up, man? Hey, fly the W, man. We got the W. Is that what they say?
I don't know, but it ain't my fault. We got the dub.
Let's go, man.
All right, so look. Hey, I'm ready. We got a fire episode for you guys. As usual, look, we're going to do some game player recaps. We got some hot takes, some shot bets that me and my twin did this week. So look, as usual, we always got the what's the word. We got the Hood TMZ from Dynasty Bro Vic. We're back with the B-Team Player of the Week. That's what I should have worn my B-Team shirt. And we got some injuries as usual. We got some flags on the plays. We back fully loaded, baby. Week 1 is in the books. I hope you guys all did well. I hope your Brodies did fire for you. I know a couple of mine did. So I'm excited, man. How you feel, Dynasty Bro Vic?
I'm good, man. Football's back. Hey, I fell asleep on the couch last night, man. So I'm in mid-season form already.
I didn't even get to watch the whole game, bro.
I was about to ask, so that was my choice.
Yeah, by choice. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Week 1 is 2 Monday Night Football games.
Yeah, it was. I was up till 1. Wifey came and checked on me at 6 a.m. I'm like, shit, night over with now.
She enjoyed her sleep.
I gotta go get up a shower, start getting ready for work. What you
Yeah.
mean? Am I good down here?
Yeah. Cold, no blanket. It's cool, though.
Hey, we back, baby. So look, let's get straight into it, man. You want to get straight to the Hood, TMZ?
Yeah, let's do that, man. Let's get into the what's the word. So we're going to be in and out because, of course, we want to get into these games and these hot takes. So shout out to Adam Schefter. Saw this on Twitter. As you guys saw, man, the Washington football team got their first dub. Hey, shout out to them. But I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of you may know, but Coach Ron Rivera, he was diagnosed with cancer. He actually had to get a planned IV at halftime. So just want to put it out there, man. He's like literally, he's going through his treatments. He's definitely, he's the rock of that organization right now, given they had to turn everything around. But, man, talking about, like, being an inspiration to your team, to your organization, to your city. He's taking his IVs at halftime, so that's what he did during the second half. So hats off to him. Of course, everyone continue to send well wishes and prayers as Ron Rivera fights through this cancer. So, yeah.
Shout out to the Washington football team. Got a dub. Nobody thought they was going to win except that team, probably. So shout out to them.
Yeah, man. All right, let's keep it with Shefty, man. So I don't know if you guys know, but the Philadelphia Eagles signed the oldest player ever to the practice squad. So they signed 41-year-old quarterback Josh McCown. So he's based on the practice squad, and he gets to live in Texas. So he's basically going to make $12,000 a week. This came out a little bit earlier last week, but I just wanted to share that here. But he's basically the emergency quarterback for the Eagles, man. You think the Eagles going to need him at some point during this season?
No cap.
Hey, you never know, but how cool is that, though, to basically get paid to stay at home and on standby? You get $12K a week to be on standby.
No cap.
What you got to say, Avo?
No cap. That's what he want to say. No cap.
I just think that shit crazy.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
You didn't feel like you should go get a quarterback that could really go out there and play for you if it go bad?
I was going to ask that. Like, there's got to be a lot of other quarterbacks. We could say Kaepernick, but other than that,
I'm just not seeing what you guys are doing with the...
No cap?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, bro, that's trash.
I mean, that's straight cap.
It is cap. I'm just saying no
But
cap.
probably not at that price.
No cap?
I don't know if Cap would have took $12K.
To sit at home?
Can I get 12K to sit? They need me.
We'll see. Hey, we're going to keep it pushing, but shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to McNown. He got that money. I do want to get into actually my flags, man.
Before you get into a flag, okay, you do your flag. I got a flag.
All right.
I'm sorry.
You good, bro. So, look. See, I'm multitasking, transition, slides, and all that good stuff. All right, since we're on Cap, man, my first flag go to EA Sports. So, of course, EA Sports, the makers of Madden. So last week they announced welcome back to Colin Kaepernick. He hasn't been on the game since 2016. He's available on the game now as a free agent. He's rated 81 overall. So he's basically like top 16. He's definitely top 20 in the game as it relates to ratings. Reason why my flag goes to EA Sports, I'm pretty sure I remember back in 2018, they basically just exiled him from the game. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Big Sean even had a track and he had a Kaepernick bar. He actually said Colin Kaepernick. EA, blocked out the name Colin Kaepernick, but now they're acting like it's all good, open arms. You know what I mean? They're saying, welcome back, Cap. Make sure you guys sign him. So basically, they're playing off his name. It's another revenue stream for them, but they just blackballed him a couple of seasons ago. So
And they gave him an 81 trying to make us feel better.
yeah, man.
Fuck
so
them,
we see
right?
through all that shit. So that's my flag, EA Sports. Y'all foul as hell. That's some bullshit.
No cap. Hey, my flag on the plate. I wanted to correct Vic the whole time he was talking about Josh McNown.
McNown. I kept saying McCown.
No,
My bad.
no, you were saying Josh McNown.
Oh, McNown. Okay.
It's McCown.
Shout out to Josh McCown and McNown. Hey, but going back to EA Sports.
He kept saying Josh McNown. I was
Hey.
like, man, maybe I should jump in at one of these
Oh,
points.
correct me, bro. It's cool.
But
Correct
then
me.
you had already transitioned the flag on the play. So I
Okay.
was like, all right, we're just going to let Josh. But I always like to correct my brother before one of y'all fuck boys get to
No, it's
correct
cool.
him. So, Josh McCown.
I'm not sensitive, man. So it's all good. Hey, but going back to EA, man, why don't they just acknowledge the whole ordeal instead of just trying to sweep it under the rug, act like it's welcome back, Cap? Like,
Hey, even Big Sean had to go on social media and say, hey, did y'all delete my bar?
exactly.
Yeah.
It was-
YG
Yeah.
was mad. It was like, did y'all delete Big Sean's bar? And then Big Sean stepped in too.
Yeah, man. So, all right, another flag.
Man, if this is towards Bill Belichick, bro.
It ain't. What's the over under?
All right, bro. The over under is
Yeah,
if
without
I had to
hearing
put
my- it ain't.
$10 on it,
Yeah.
I would go over the $10, bro.
All right, look.
Right.
Thursday night we kicked off the NFL season. Of course, it was the Texans and the Chiefs.
Talk about it.
Yeah, man. Hey, so of course after the national anthem, the players wanted to show a sign of unity. They just locked arms and the fans were booing. Not all the fans in the stadium were booing, so I'm not gonna put that out there. But some of the fans were booing. So basically, to anyone that was booing that moment, y'all get a flag. I mean,
Come on now, dog.
this was after the
Come
national
on,
anthem, so
man.
clearly we already all know it's not about disrespecting the flag. That's not the intent of the whole peaceful protest. But they tried to insert another avenue even after all that, just to clearly say, hey, we just want to show a sign of unity, and people took opportunity to even boo that. So they get a flag, man. That's pathetic. I really had nothing else to say, man. It was pathetic.
That's legit.
Fuck him.
Fuck them.
Fuck
I don't even really be
times.
cussing like that sometimes.
My guy be cussing. Like
I do.
That. He
I
be
do.
cussing.
I do
Fuck
be
'em for
cussing.
real.
I just cuss more than him. Avo, do
That's
I cuss
true.
more than you? Yes. You sure? I cuss more out loud than you.
Probably.
Hey, y'all got any flags?
I already gave my flag, Josh McNown.
Okay, my bad. I get a flag.
That was gonna be my flag.
Okay.
My flag is DJ Avo don't want to be on the camera this week,
Listen,
even though he got fans that wait for him to be on the
I
show.
appreciate the
They
fans.
they
I
be
do.
when we said we are gonna put him on camera, they were so happy.
Listen.
I got so many people hitting me up like, I'm so glad y'all put Avo on camera finally.
That light right there is killing me. I'm good, bro.
It's cool, bro. He'll be back next week.
I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know,
back.
bro.
Look,
Even though
man,
he's
I'm
here.
here. I'm live in the
He
face.
flip floppy, bro.
You flip floppy, bro.
Look at his shirt.
Look, man.
What your shirt say, Avo?
It might say "fuck that job," but
And-
this ain't a
and
job.
that's-
This is hanging with the bros.
Nah,
I'm
nigga,
saying?
this a fucking job.
This is
nigga.
fun.
And if you start taking it like it's a motherfucking job, maybe you have a goddamn camera on your face right now.
It's
God
cool,
damn
bro.
it.
We just gonna keep him little screen.
Nah,
Just gonna keep
fuck-
him on the little
fuck
screen.
Avo. When we do where we can find you at, since we can't find Avo on here, we ain't gonna let this nigga talk.
That's cool. Just make sure everybody follow the Dynasty Bros page.
Touche.
All right. Hey, this is our favorite part of the show, the B Team Player of the Week. So
Nah,
if you
nigga,
guys
this
don't
your
know,
favorite part of the
all right,
show.
well, fuck, this is my favorite part of the show. Dot, you want to explain to the people what B Team Player of the Week
B
is?
Team Player of the Week is the guys going into the week that you have no clue is going to even play any real NFL time. And then you look up, they're out there scoring the ball, catching the pass, running a long touchdown back off kickoff, or just getting actually some quality minutes in the game that just weren't expected. So I'm talking real life and fantasy. So we love those guys, man. We like to salute to the B team players, the guys that go out there and make the A team good, the guys that go out there and bust their ass. They're just as important to the team as everybody else. So B team players of the week. I love it.
Hey, and to add on a little history, I made a whole playing career coming through the B team ranks, high school, middle school, college. So I just want to highlight and shout out the B team. I mean, of course, we know Christian McCaffrey went off, Josh Jacobs went off. We don't want to hear those guys every week. We want to hear some of the guys, you know what I'm saying, that also make the league go around. So, hey, we focus the B team. The B team make the NFL go around. They make the locker room go around at all levels. Hey.
Yeah, I like to think I made guys better every day in practice.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of our B team guys that we mentioned here, they ended up becoming some potential breakouts. And I know we mentioned Jonnu last year, so these are some sneaky waiver wire ads, especially in Dynasty, because they stay off the radar. Pretty much everybody's gone in Dynasty, but man, Jonnu was out there. Nobody wanted checking for him.
No.
So yeah, I really enjoyed this segment. So I got a player, Doc got a player. We're gonna do this every week, man. So these are guys, hopefully, they continue to do their thing and establish themselves a more marquee role. Like that word, marquee.
Marquee.
I can't spell it though.
My guy can say every big word in the planet on the planet, but can't get nobody's last name right.
Hey, it's all good. But Dot, you got a B team player? Actually, I moved my mouse. I'm tripping. All right, Dot, who the first B team player you got for us, man?
First B team player of the week is a guy that me and Vic have been on. He's been on our radar in Dynasty and in redraft because you know why? The starting running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, everybody should want. He's going to be involved. They run the ball a lot. They like a workhorse. James Conner is not that guy. You know who's next in line? Not Anthony McFarland, who they drafted. It is Benny Snell, the guy who did it on the back end when James Conner was hurt last year. Tons of games without scoring touchdowns. So, yeah, they didn't look that sexy. But he did it again yesterday, putting up about 11 points for you. Why? Because he had 19 rushes, 113 yards. Dude, you ran for 113. Only 2 running backs broke 100 yards this week rushing. Him, Clyde. Hey, if he would have had a touchdown with that, you would have thought it was sexier, but he actually looked faster than he did last year.
Yeah.
He's looked like he's acclimated to a offense which is better than it was last year. Big Ben is back. All the wide receivers are healthy. James Conner go down for real, you damn near looking at a top 15 back if he's going to play all year. So, Benny Snell, man, shout out to him for stepping in and end up taking that lead dog role for the whole game yesterday.
I like the call, man. And he's running at 1 gear, which is full speed through the wall. Like some guys just look like they're just outplaying everyone as far as like speed. Man, like he's coming at you full throttle. So I like what I saw. I know we got some Benny Snell stashes. That was one of our depth plays. That's one of our Scott Fishbowl stashes. And man, that's going to be a nice sneaky play for everyone. So you probably can't get him in Dynasty, but you just never know. But I would definitely be trying to go get him if you can in redraft. So
the only reason you can't get them in Dynasty is because I own them everywhere.
Yep. All right, man. I got a B team for you guys, man. B team player. We're going to go to Chicago, man. So Mr. Wide Receiver, Javon Wims. So if you guys saw, it was a back and forth game between the Lions and the Bears, but hey, Javon ended up catching a touchdown. It was on the goal line. So he had 1 catch, basically goal line catch. But hey, he helped secure the victory. So Javon Wims, wide receiver for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was tripping over that.
He looked like he's struggling to take him down.
He is, man. But hey, he's kind of a big body though, 6'2", 221. So prototypical size, man, at wide receiver.
Damn, bro, that's supposed to be you, my nigga.
But it ain't. I'm right here with you guys. So here we go. Breaking down this fantasy shit. Nah, that's cool, man. Hey, but shout out to the B team players of the week, man.
Shout out. Hey, all right, so we got some injuries, man.
Hold up. I might have one.
You got B team players of the week?
Go ahead. Try.
Go ahead.
Can I nominate Dallas Go Dirt?
Goddard. Get on camera first.
Dallas Go Dirt.
Damn.
Asshole.
Make sure y'all go get Dallas Go Dirt.
Damn. Look, man, he was 8 or 9 targets for 100 yards.
And he crossed the Go Dirt one time. It's Goddard.
Hey.
Look, man, I was close.
But, I'll give you that, bro. I'll give you that. You can have Dallas Goddard for your B team player of the week.
That's cool. He has a road on that offense, but
I don't think he's drafted though. He's not really
Yeah, that's
drafted
I
in
picked him
redraft.
up.
So
Yeah.
I make sure to grab him in one of my leagues for some reason.
That's a hell of a play this week too, because a lot of people weren't expecting to everyone's looking at Ertz, they looking at Rager and Deshaun week 1 blow up like he usually do. So Boston Scott.
We should have known. We should have known.
I actually started Dallas Goedert, bro, in a couple spots. So
I set him in every Dynasty league I have him in. But guess who's going in next week?
I got my 30 points.
I fuck with it. All right, so now we do got some injuries though that we need to talk about.
Yeah, man. I gotta start at home first, man. Marlon Mack, man. So he went down, man. What is it? Torn ACL?
Yeah, bro. He did that shit by himself, bro.
Come on, man.
Catching a pass, bro. Going down. It looks so stupid. But
he's done for the season. What sucks is it's a contract year for him. So, man, I mean, we drafted Jonathan Taylor, of course, Naeem Hines. He's the pass. He's still in his rookie deal, but
that's what sucks. Not the fact it's a contract year. It's the fact that Jonathan Taylor is a fucking stud, dog.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. He stays hurt, bro. Max stays hurt. I've been cracking jokes like, week 3-4, Taylor's taking over because Mac hurt. Who knew what happened in week 1, bro? That's sad. So
yeah.
I hope he gets back healthy though. For real.
Yeah, we wish him speedy recovery, but man, I think he might be done in Indy, man. I mean, he's been hurt practically every year, so I wouldn't be surprised if we draft another running back, to be honest, just because we're in a league where you want to keep 2 running backs.
I don't think Wilkins looks that bad. If you use him as your second back, like just on some come-in type shit.
Yeah. He held it down. Actually, Jonathan Williams looked better last
Williams,
year.
You're right.
He's not with us no more, so. All right, you got any more injuries?
Yeah, bro. We need to talk to at least the many banged up guys.
Yeah.
All right, so George Kittle look like he's banged up, but I'm thinking that he's going to try to play. He pretty much always does, unless he's down there to the point where he can't walk or something.
Yeah, he sprained his knee. Looked like he got hyperextended.
Yeah.
Was he getting tackled or?
Yeah, he was getting tackled.
Yeah,
it was a clean hit too. It looked real clean.
Kittle's just one of those guys that's always around the injury, but he's an aggressive guy. You know, he's going to play hard, but man, he just comes up in all these injuries, man. But he was able to get back out there in the second half, which was a positive. So he's going to run this week. But it's definitely something to monitor he has a sprained knee, basically.
Yeah, and the reason why my B team player of the week was able to be brought up is because James Conner, in same James Conner fashion, tweaked his ankle and didn't come back in the rest of the game. So he's probably week to week. We'll see if they start him. And speaking of tweaks, best fantasy wide receiver in the league, Michael Thomas, man, they said he had a high ankle sprain. And they didn't think it was that bad. He was going to play through it. But right before we hit record, we got a shout out to Sleeper. Got a notification that said it's worse than what they expected. So he'll probably miss some weeks. That's fucked up.
All right, I got wide receiver Cortland Sutton, shoulder sprain. So, man, of course, he missed the Monday night opener last night. Right now, it's looking like it's week to week. So that's just something to monitor. And of course, Noah Fant turned up with those extra opportunities. And of course, Jerry Jeudy, man. Jerry Jeudy looked good last night, man.
Hey, them rookie receivers, man. Shout out to them. They look fire.
I know he dropped the pass, but it's all good, man. It comes with the territory.
Le'Veon Bell just went to the IR, which means he's going to miss at least 3 games. So that shit crazy, bro.
Yeah. And of course, Kenny Galladay. So of course, he got a hamstring injury as well. So that's something to watch week to week. But
and David Njoku fucked his ankle up. He's going on IR too.
And he finishes top 7 tight end this week?
Yeah, bro, caught a nice little touchdown pass. Austin Hooper, who? Damn, that should have been in my dud.
Yeah.
Man, too many
so many injuries, bro. I can't even keep up. I think that's all of them. Hopefully
Miles Sanders didn't play. Hopefully he's able to come back.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's too many.
It's too many, man. Hey, get well soon, everyone. Man.
Please.
All right. Hey, before we get to the main segment, Doc, where can they follow you at?
Follow me at DJ Avo does not want to be on the camera this week and it's pissing me off on Twitter and Instagram. Now, follow me at Dynasty Bro Dot on Instagram and Twitter. Follow Dynasty Bros FF. That's the main page on the Instagram. What about you, my twin?
You can follow me at Chief Sosa FF, Instagram and Twitter. And also be sure to follow the Facebook community, Dynasty Bros FF Podcast. And subscribe and follow the podcast wherever you listen, Dynasty Bros FF.
And follow our new Instagram page we about to start at our t-shirts are better than yours. It's going to be a twin page. We're going to co-manage it ourselves.
That too. Hey, and if you want to hear these jokes or watch these jokes come to life, I was about to say hear these jokes come to life, subscribe to the YouTube, but you can hear and watch the jokes come to life on our YouTube channel, Dynasty Bros FF.
And we do have a DJ. You guys can't see him, but he's here. Hey, DJ, you here still?
Yep, I'm over here chilling.
Hey, where can they follow you at, even though he doesn't show his face nowhere?
You can follow me at DJ Avo LXVE on the Instagram, and I don't even remember my Twitter handle. It's Dynasty Bro Avo.
Yeah, just look for the page with no AVI, no Avi.
There's an Avi. It's me and the bros. What you mean?
Just look for the egg Abby.
I'm a real person.
One of
I'm a
those.
real person.
The gray outline.
All right, look, let's get into week 1. It's over. Hey, before we get into it, let me say this. We said this at the end of our redraft episode that we do at 7 o'clock. Stay in tune with that. Look.
Shout out to Black and White Sports, by the way.
Week 1, it's over. It's in the books. Deal with it. Do not panic. It's 1 week. Do not go dropping all of your studs. Do not go trading guys away, panicking. Especially this is Dynasty. You don't need to be worrying about bridging the gap after week 1. You don't really even know what your team needs. So let's just go there. That's what I want to say before we get into anything.
Really, the first 4 weeks, it's basically the preseason. I mean, we didn't have no preseason this year, so guys are, getting in the rhythm, getting back to playing. You gotta be a little bit more patient this year, so just keep that in mind. But what we want to do, we basically just want to run through all the games. We're not going to spend like a lot of time on them, but we just want to like touch on like who stood out, what we liked, what we saw, who we're excited about going forward. Even though it's only week 1, so we're not going to overreact. But to come out and and basically just ball out or not ball out speaks volumes, especially in this weird time with the pandemic. So
True that.
All right, man. Let's start with the Thursday kickoff, man. So we had the Texans visiting the Chiefs, man. So talk me through it, man. What stood out to you?
Clyde doing all that work and putting up all those points basically on the ground. He actually looked way better than Darrell Williams, so that stands out. I don't really want any pass catchers except for Travis Kelce, man. Everybody can get it. DeMarcus Robinson can get it. Tyreek can get it. Watkins, Sammy. I just don't want anybody, man, but Kelce. And really, honestly, he did majority of his work in the first half, bro.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, hats off to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, man. Hell of a debut. Like you said, over 120 yards on the ground. Didn't even have to catch any passes. He did struggle a little bit on the goal line, but that's okay. That doesn't concern me. I mean, just to clean it up right now, I'm anticipating Andy Reid and Coach E to basically run some power and run some toss. And Clyde just got to learn, hey, stick your foot in the ground and go on the goal line. So he's a patient runner, and he basically just kind of displayed that at the goal line. But I think it'll come with time. So come midseason, I expect it, and probably even sooner, Clyde to be punching in those goal line carries. But until then, they can run some tosses and powers or shovel screens to Kelce or screen passes to Clyde. So,
all right, and on the Texan side, I will say this in Dynasty. This is the perfect time for you to trade David Johnson. I feel like he's never going to give you boom games in this offense, and at the talent level that he's at this point of his career, he'll give you some games where he can do the 19-20, where he looks fantasy relevant. But man, it wasn't that sexy to me. He'll flirt with the production he did this week, which isn't bad. But if you can go ahead and move on right now while you can, I would. I'm sad that Will Fuller isn't a real number one. I'm not used to him not being able to make big plays. I don't think he will be able to without a number one target next to him. So, yeah, he put up a good stat line, but it was kind of still basic for what we expect from Will Fuller. But you'll accept it. Shout out to Deshaun. I feel bad for him. They're wasting his prime.
yeah, man. Hey, Will Fuller came out. So, of course, he was the number one wide receiver in that offense. He had 10 targets, 8 catches, over 100 yards. That's what we expected him to do, to step in and fulfill that DeAndre Hopkins role. But the question is, can he stay healthy? So, if Will stays out there, keeps giving us these 20-point games, I'd move him in Dynasty. I mean, he's basically at his peak right now. So he's known as number one. Brandon Cooks didn't ball out yet. So we're going to have some Brandon Cooks games. So if Will Fuller continues to ball out, I'll be looking to flip Will Fuller.
Yeah, that was this game, bro.
All right, we had a Sammy Watkins sighting, man.
It always happens week one, bro. Week one and then the playoffs.
Yeah.
You don't want to play them anytime in between that.
All right. Cool, man. Anything else on the opening kickoff game?
Don't play Sammy Watkins next week.
All right, bro. Let's go ahead and go to Seattle and Atlanta, man. So, of course, that was a, early game, 1 o'clock game. So, hey, Russell Wilson, you want to start there? He had a big performance.
My second favorite quarterback in the league. He makes it look so easy. He's a beast. Russell's a dog. DK Metcalf looked like the man. Tyler didn't miss a beat. Chris Carson is the one that we need to be talking about, bro.
Yeah.
If he's healthy all year, bro, he's going to finish top 6, 7, bro, just because that offense is going to score so much. They look so efficient, bro. Shout out to Chris Carson. Man, that's fire.
You know what's crazy? Chris only had 6 carries, man. He did most of his work in the passing game and the screens and the dump offs. He had 6 catches, so he was able to hit the end zone 2 times. Hey, hell of a game. Hopefully he can stay healthy. That's something to monitor, but Chris Carson's off to a hot start. You play him. The Seahawks, you know, they're a top 5 rushing team. They want to run the ball. All right, man, let's flip it on over, man, to the Atlanta side. And shout out to DK. I got to backtrack real quick. 4th and 5. Just flick the wrist downfield, touchdown, 4th and 5. They were like way out there too, kind of like from the 30 or 40. So.
Touchdown. We'll be touching on DK and touchdowns a little later.
All right, man, let's talk about Matt Ryan, man. He threw the ball 54 times, man, and he threw for 450 yards, 2 touchdowns. But, hey, is this the Matty Ice we expected to see?
It's going to be like that, man. Their defense doesn't look as good as it should have been because it didn't look that bad ending the season. But, yeah, they was getting up yesterday. So, Matt's going to have to throw the ball, bro.
Yeah, it was exciting to see Matt Ryan support 3 wide receivers, 3 pass catchers. So, of course, Julio balled out, Calvin Ridley balled out, Russell Gage balled out. Look, they all had over 100 yards.
Yep.
They did. That's crazy. And, of course, Hayden Hurst, he's still getting familiar with the offense, so he had 3 catches. Hey, I think we're going to see some up and down between that third option. So, the weeks Hurst take off, that may be a step back for Gage and vice versa. So, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that.
I'll give you all. I can tell you what, Todd Gurley does not look that good, bro. I don't think there's enough volume, and it looks like the touchdowns are probably going to keep going to Matt Ryan, man. So
Yeah.
I know Gurley got in on one, man. Without that touchdown, bro, his fantasy week looks trash. So I don't know, man. I'm glad I didn't buy into Gurley nowhere, bro.
This is a week where I put a lot of players on the block. Gurley's one of them. He's already up there. He's middle-aged as it relates to running back age. And like you said, if it wasn't for that touchdown, he wouldn't even be over double digits this week. So luckily he cleared 13 points. But, man, he kind of got flung around, too, when he dove in there. Like, I want him to be the big Todd Gurley, 230-plus back, lower your shoulders, move the pile back, not get tossed around like a helicopter. So that's what I saw, man. All right, bro. Let's go to the next game, man. So let's go down to Baltimore.
Oh, my gosh. That was an ass whooping.
They played Cleveland. They played the Cleveland Browns.
Look, let's start with the Browns so we can end on a high note.
All right.
Baker didn't do shit. Chubb didn't do shit. Kareem did at least what was expected with where his ADP is.
Yeah.
Odell didn't do shit. Jarvis barely did anything. And Hooper, they brought in, paid all that money. He wasn't even the best tight end on the fucking field. So, David Njoku, like we just said, he went on IR, but he was actually the one that got the goal line touchdown. He was getting involved with the, in the game plan just as much as Hooper was, man. But that offense, I'm trying to give a pass because Baltimore just looked like a different level of team compared to them, man. So I'm trying to just give them a pass all around, offense and defense.
Man, I've been saying this if you guys have been following, but Kareem Hunt always looked like the better goal line back, the better red zone back, and he actually out-touched Nick Chubb in the running game and in the passing game this week. So Hunt had 13 carries, 4 catches. Nick Chubb had 10 carries, 1 catch. So for a guy in Nick Chubb that's been going in dynasty startups, back of the first round, of course in the second round for sure, and then you got Hunt where you can get him in like the 7th or 8th round, that's a steal. And they just extended him for 2 years. So only guys that showed up was Njoku and Hunt, man. So, and like you said, for where they were taken, they balled out. All right, man. They're definitely trying to force the ball to Odell, man. But the chemistry wasn't there, so Odell went 3 for 10. So he caught 3 passes out of the 10 targets. But what's crazy is we already know they want to run the ball. That's why they brought in that new offensive coordinator from Minnesota. But when you get behind against a team like the Ravens, you're forced to throw, man. So I just see this being a thing, especially in that division. And Joe Burrow looked good. We're going to talk about him. But, man, imagine you got to play catch up with a Joe Burrow.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm still going to go buy Odell. I buy in on them 10 targets. Hopefully, they just make more sense. Everybody ain't. Man, Baltimore started off so quick, man. I think they was just flabbergasted. So Odell's probably going at even more of a discount, man. I like talent, and if you can go get him dumb cheap, go. Matter of fact, as soon as we get done recording, I'm gonna go. I bet you I'll do an Odell Beckham trade before tomorrow's over with.
I'm moving on in Dynasty and redraft.
I was about to say, if you moving on to Dynasty, you gotta move on in redraft.
Yeah,
too.
moving on. All right, so just so you guys know, whenever I'm moving on, it's across the board. All right, let's get into this Ravens offense, man. What'd you see? What'd you like?
Lamar going Lamar. I don't know what happened with Mark Ingram, but if you're a Dynasty follower, Mark Ingram wasn't supposed to be nothing but a bridge gap kind of guy because we all knew J.K. and that offense, you know, what his offense that he transitioned from college into now flowed perfectly from what he knows and what he's perfected. So we know J.K.'s there breathing on him. Mr. Hollywood, bro, the guy I told you I was in love with this year. I'm preaching. He put on some weight in the offseason. He's trying to be a little healthier, be able to play all season. He broke 100 yards, 5 catches.
Yep.
I'm excited, man. I'll let you talk, Andrews. That's your guy. But J.K. looked great running the ball, man. He did. And Hollywood looked great.
Yeah, J.K. had 7 carries. Of course, Mark Ingram had 10, but they gave the goal line carries to J.K. So, man, I actually had to ask myself this question, like, do I need to start playing J.K. in the flex, especially in these, like, deeper leagues? I think I'm going to do it, man. I don't want to miss out. So in these deeper, super flex leagues, I'm okay with running J.K. in the flex. I mean, why not? So clearly, you know, they like him in the red zone. I know it's only 1 week, but I don't want to miss out. I don't know if anything was going on with like Mark Ingram, but man, I just don't want to miss out. So I'm okay with that.
Talk your guy Mark Andrews, bro.
All right, man, Mark Andrews. So of course, you know, we did expect some of his targets to come down in the passing game. So he had 5 catches on 6 targets, but 2 touchdowns in the red zone. So I mean, he's going to be the guy. He's the go-to in the red zone. Lamar's going to scramble, and then as the defense flows, that just opens up the middle. So there's Mark Andrews. You can't miss him. So I love it, man. Perfect scenario, perfect situation. I won't be surprised if he finishes as, you know, the tight end 1 and you know, this year. So
True that.
all right. Any other guys? Of course, Willie Snead went off. He got some play, caught a touchdown.
We're not going to talk no Willie Snead.
No,
he
we're
has
not.
no value.
I'm just shouting these guys out. All right, next game then. Let's move on. So we got the Jets and the Bills, man. So let's start with the Jets, man. What'd you see? What'd you like? Nothing. He's shaking his head.
Nah, look,
There's one guy.
Jamison Crowder is a guy that you were supposed to buy during the offseason because in Dynasty, he probably didn't really hold any value. Nobody really wants to buy a Jamison Crowder. They go bring in Brashad Perriman. They drafted Denzel Mims. Hey, those are the guys you want in Dynasty, but then you have this guy go out and just does the same thing he did all last year, has the same chemistry as with Darnold. Hey, Jamison Crowder, I don't know if this is the week to buy him, and you probably have to wait. If he has a couple of these, you probably can't buy him at what his true value really should have been at first, but I don't know, man. I'm disappointed in all these guys. Darnold in Dynasty, I'm nervous about. Le'Veon, I've been off anyway. It's just, I don't know, man. The Herndon thing I thought was going to be a thing. Clearly, Jameson was the only thing you wanted, but in Dynasty, I don't even know if he's worth going to go buy, man, to be honest.
Hey, in startup, definitely make sure you lead a draft for the Jamison Crowder. He's their number 1 wide receiver. Le'Veon went down, so it's going to be some more targets available for him. Of course, he had 7 catches this week, 13 targets, 115 yards. Of course, he broke a 70-yard run off one of those receptions, scored a touchdown. One of my start sit guys, and yeah, man, it just felt right, man. Like, especially with Mims being down, and I've never really been a fan of the Perriman system once he left Tampa Bay. But hey, shout out to Jamison Crowder. He balled out. I know he got the 49ers this week. A little bit tougher matchup, but I don't expect Sherman to be on, covering him. So I expect Crowder to be in the slot doing some damage. And again, with Le'Veon being out, I wouldn't be surprised if he repeated this week.
True.
All right, of course, everybody else, Herndon, he caught 6 passes, but 37 yards.
Wasn't sexy at all.
Wasn't sexy, man. So let's talk about these Buffalo Bills, man. What you like?
I'm a fan of Josh Allen. I like him running. He's just rising in Dynasty for me, man. And I think the thing that I really enjoyed was seeing Stephon get involved. Yeah, John Brown still showed his chemistry and he still did what he did. He had a real big play. But to see Stephon get all those targets and all those catches, that speaks volumes, man, because he's very talented and transitioning to an offense that we were nervous wouldn't throw and be able to support him. I like his dynasty outlook, man. So I'm a little bit more comfy in all my leagues that I have Stephon in, man. That's really it for me, man. Singletary and Moss, they're a toss-up for me. They both got involved. They're both catching passes. They're both running the ball. And I think they just fit that scheme perfect, so they both need to play. So I'm not really buying into either one of them like I was very hype on Singletary, and I like Moss coming out. But I think they're just going to eat at each other. They're both worthy of playing. They're both fire.
Hey, Josh Allen threw the ball 46 times. Hey, if he's throwing the ball 46 times, I'm playing John Brown every week. I'm playing Stephon Diggs every week. But Josh Allen also ran the ball 14 times. So that's taken away from Zach Moss and Devin Singletary. Both Zach and Devin both had 9 carries. But we did see them line up in the backfield together too. So, they're definitely trying to, keep them both involved, keep them on the field. But, man, I want them to see some of those carries come down from Josh. But, hey, he's the guy, man. They want the ball in his hands. He's going to create. That's just who he is. So that's my only concern with this backfield. If you got 14 carries with Josh, that only leaves your other running backs to divide up like 18 or 20 carries. So, all right, I like that, bro. Let's go to the next game. The Las Vegas Raiders, Carolina Panthers. So let's talk about the Raiders, man.
Ruggs, first receiver taken. It looks like they're going to do whatever they need to keep him involved. He just got to stay healthy. Slight weight, still adjusting into those hits, man. He has to stay on the field. And as long as he stays on the field, they're going to involve him. Darren Waller, we seen his stock go up and it ain't changed. He's still going to go out there and get those targets. Josh Jacobs, by the end of the season, top 5 dynasty back. Speak it. That's my Brody of the year. Man. I know this Brian Edwards thing turned out to be a thing for like 3 weeks straight, but I don't know what the fuck happened this week. So, with that being said, if anybody's seen that 2-point game from Brian Edwards and they're scared, you could probably sneak in and buy him again because that hype happened real quick. So, it doesn't take that much for the hype to go down. So,
man,
I'll say that.
My guy's talking about my guy Brian Edwards. I was pounding the table for him. It didn't work out this week, so I missed. So that's one of my misses on the starts. But he played a lot of the snap count, so he was out there on the field. Man, they just couldn't give him the ball. So, like you said, man, this is a perfect buy. Price probably went back down, so this is a good time. Man, but Brian's going to be all right in the long term, but definitely a miss this week. Ruggs was the guy to run. Of course, they gave Ruggs a couple carries, so they definitely put the ball in his hands. It kind of reminds me of like Paris Campbell, so a guy that can stretch, and you want to just let him create. Let's go back to the Josh Jacobs play, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Josh Jacobs starts going like top 5 in these dynasty startups. I could see him overtaking Alvin Kamara. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Come next summer, startups, Josh Jacobs, like top 5. Like he definitely should be going before your Mixons and your Chubbs. And, man, in redraft, I took Mixon over Jacobs. I'm starting to regret that, man. But I'm going to be patient, though. I know Mixon's going to be all right. He's going to turn it around, especially this Thursday. But, yeah, man. Hey, but back to my Darren Waller. Waller the baller. I know he was called a dud by some. I actually beat Dr. Footballs, man. Had some Darren Waller out there. Helped me secure the dub. So
Darren Waller. That Darren Waller.
All right, bro. What you think about Derek Carr, though? Of course, he threw the ball 30 times.
Derek Carr's Derek Carr. He's never going to be a special quarterback. He's not the worst. He's not the best. He's just middle tier. He's always going to be back-end quarterback too, bro. No matter what weapons they put around him, that's just what he does. He has the best ability to be a back-end QB2 every week. That's his thing.
Let's pivot to Carolina, man. So Teddy Bridgewater debut. What'd you think about that?
They got to get it together, man. He needs to find his chemistry with DJ. He had Robbie make, a nice-ass play. And then they need to focus on how they want to do the offense, man. Like, it was so Christian last year. And we got to see, man, they're all over the place, bro, because I think their weapons can spread now. It don't got to be just Christian and DJ Moore, because now you got Robbie there. You still got Curtis Samuel. And N. Thomas is more of a athletic receiver than you had in Greg Olsen. So I like Teddy. He's going to be out there flinging the ball, man. Just depends on how well he'll be able to spread that shit out. So,
All right, look, I'm not going to say this wide receiver core is the Atlanta Falcons, but they can definitely draw something up to where they can kind of keep 3 wide receivers involved. So I'm just saying, like, from a scheme standpoint, they can keep 3 wide receivers involved. It looked like they tried to do that. So, of course, Robbie had 8 targets, and then DJ Moore had 9, and Curtis Samuel had 8. So they definitely want to throw to their wide receivers, and that took away from Christian this week. Christian only had 4 targets out of the backfield.
that's that Baylor offense, though. They spread it out.
Yeah.
They run those 3 receivers, and everybody getting targeted.
So, hey, they both playing the NFC South with the Falcons and the Panthers. So let's just see how that play out. Now, of course, I'd rather have that Atlanta Falcon trio. Let's just call the Panthers the poor man, trio. But it's not a bad one to, be invested in. So, but yeah, man, shout out to Robbie Anderson. Nice debut. He led basically the wide receiver core. So 115 yards. He had a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So we already know what Robbie can do. He can stretch the field.
Now trade him.
It's a good time, especially if he does it again next week.
I traded Robbie last year after his blow-up game. I'm always doing that.
Yeah. But Christian's going to continue to get his, 20-plus carries. So it looks like they're going to, make him a workhorse and spread the passes around. So, all right, bro, let's go to Detroit, man. So we got the Chicago Bears visiting the Detroit Lions.
Hey, if you have anybody that will take your Adrian Peterson, if you're not a team that you plan on winning this year, you need to do this shit early because he is nothing but I want to keep on calling him that, but then this motherfucker keep coming out and playing.
You do.
But look, DeAndre Swift is their future, man. He dropped the game-winning pass. I was so hurt for him. He's their future, though, man. He actually looked good. He probably couldn't help that a future Hall of Famer actually looked good out there anyway.
Yeah.
So they pretty much deaded Carry-On. There was no Galladay.
Come on now,
recency
dog.
bias, man. I like going to go shoot my shots at guys that would hurt or maybe didn't have good weeks. And I like to sell my shots like Adrian Peterson after a week like this, man. If you're not in contention and need that depth, sell them for anything, man. I would love to come into next year with a back end second, early third for Adrian Peterson after him almost breaking 100 yards, man. But Matthew Stafford is he's great for redraft and fantasy. He doesn't, for dynasty and redraft because he doesn't cost a lot either way. He's going to be great, man. I love Detroit, but you know that though.
All right, man. Let's talk about Quintez Cephas, rookie wide receiver that saw 10 targets. I know people are hype about that, but you got to remember Kenny Galladay was missing in action. So when Kenny come back, those targets are going to come away or go away. So then, they're still going to keep Danny Amendola involved. So between him, Marvin Jones, Kenny Galladay, and then you throwing the Swift out of the backfield, I wouldn't be overly excited about Quintez. I think his time will come, but I wouldn't, be playing him this week. So just keep that in mind. Just watch the Galladay injury. Just remember, whenever somebody goes out, it's a domino effect. Who does that impact? Whether it's tight end or another wide receiver or pass catcher.
And if you bought TJ Hawkinson after his horrible rookie year, congratulations. I'm happy for you. He was the first tight end taken last year. Better than Noah Fant when you come to draft capital. And he blew up week 1 last year. Hopefully this isn't the same thing happening, but he's a great tight end. He was drafted to be involved. So shout out to you if you went and paid for him because he is a great tight end.
All right, let's talk about the Chicago pass catchers, man. Anthony Miller, so he led, the wide receivers in yards, 76 yards. He had a touchdown. He did that on 4 catches, man, but he put up 17 points. Is that sustainable for him week to week, or do you think he's going to be up and down?
Nah, bro. If he's healthy, 4 catches for 70 yards is what I damn near should expect from Anthony Miller. They literally have nobody else they throw it to. Tariq Cohen gets a few out the backfield. I didn't like the fact that Mitch was kind of forcing it to Jimmy Graham this week, but I think that was just him trying to get comfortable with having a
Big
kind of like an alpha tight end. He's a veteran. He probably damn near felt threatened. Let me throw it to him. But Allen Robinson and Anthony Miller, even with Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback, were able to have great fantasy weeks to end the season. So I do think 4 for 70 is pretty much not even asking for that much. And he can score touchdowns too. He's shown that he can get the double-digit touchdown mark if he wants to.
Man, Allen Robinson, he was trending on Twitter today, so there's definitely some, contract issues going on. He wants an extension. Man, you think Allen should just stay or get on up out of there?
Bro, Mr. Trubisky's so trash. I would not want to be his wide receiver, bro.
Yeah, you could it's okay to throw some incompletions, but it was clearly obvious Mitch was missing. So there was one where Allen had to stretch out and just show the all-pro wide receiver that he was, and he bailed Mitch out. So man,
David Montgomery.
Yeah, that was
David Montgomery.
Yeah, that was one of my starts this week. Of course, he's coming off the groin injury. I'm sure he was still dealing with that, but that was a miss by me again this week with the start. So yeah, definitely monitor the injury reports this week, and I believe they play the Giants. So yeah. All right, man, let's keep it pushing. Let's go, man. Let's go down to Jacksonville. Talk about my Colts. So of course, 20-27, the Colts lost, man. Man, I'm gonna kick off with this one. So of course, Phillip Rivers. I did not expect him to come out throwing the ball 46 times, but when one of your starting running backs go down, when you're leaning on a rookie, and you're leaning on a Nyheim Hines, you might have to throw the ball a bit more than what you expected. So, man, of course, Phillip threw 2 interceptions. Hey, Nyheim Hines and Taylor look good, man. No questions. If Jonathan Taylor can catch the ball, he clearly displayed that he can with his hands. So, hey, I'm excited for the screen game that's going to get going. I'm excited for the dump offs. The way the coach used Nyheim Hines this week, bro, that's how I'll be using him in Madden, bro. You bring him in, you think you're going to throw, just give him a little inside zone, dump it off to him over the middle, give him the sneaky runs. Of course, that one call, was it 4th and inches or 4th and 1?
4th and 1, bro.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been Nyheim Hines. That should have been Jonathan Taylor. So, but other than that, I like what I saw out of our backfield. Of course, Paris Campbell, man. So he had 6 catches, 71 yards. So, hey, they're using him how I would expect them to use him. Put him in the slot and just let him create. Let him be a mismatch. Let him be a problem. So, T.Y. Hilton, 4 catches. It was a light day for T.Y.
And they got some Michael Pittman involved. I really enjoyed them getting their receivers involved and transitioning because T.Y. is getting older. You have to start playing your Parises and your Michael Pittman and see what you got coming up next. So I like everybody getting involved. I kind of was telling the whole Nyheim Hines playing with Phillip Rivers thing is going to happen. That was the thing I was speaking. And ain't nothing wrong with Jack Doyle, man. He was still getting targeted. And that's what Phillip does too. He targets his tight ends and his running backs out the backfield. So, those are guys you could have got cheap, man. You could have got you a Nyheim Hines cheap. It's probably going to be a staple in your lineup all year. Jack Doyle, staple in your lineup all year, PPR monster. So I'm excited about everything going on with the Colts, especially in Dynasty, man. I really love it.
All right, man, let's pivot to this Jacksonville Jaguar offense, man. Let's start with Mitch. So go ahead and talk to the people, man, about what you saw with this Jaguars offense.
This James Robinson kid, things opened up from him because Fournette got traded. Well, he got released and then picked up. And then fucking Armstead went out with COVID-19 problems, so he's out. It looked like they wanted to have a workhorse. He didn't do anything special for me, but the fact that they kept trying to force him the ball and give him the run, that's cool. I would tell nobody to go buy him. White Sam texted me in the middle of the game, was like, hey, would you buy him for a second? And I'm like, nah, man, because you don't know what's going to happen when Armstead comes back. And he didn't do enough to try to go buy him for that second, even if you need a starting running back. DJ Chark is the guy that I am going to go buy still to this moment. He didn't have the best game this week. He still got the touchdown. I think him and Minshew still do have chemistry. Keelan Cole does not look like a real receiver. But DJ Chark and Chenault, if you can go buy those guys right now and they had iffy games, I think they are going to be studs still going forward. And shout out to Gardner. One-year wonder this year.
All right, going back to James Robinson, he did have a nice run. I think he hurdled somebody, but he did own all those carries this week with 16 carries, so no one else saw a carry out of that backfield. Of course, Minshew, he had his 5 as, pass play broke down, what have you, but I know you said you wouldn't go get James as far as with draft capital, but I would be willing to spend some fab on him, so some free agent budget.
Hell yeah.
I would spend a decent amount. I know we did, like Scott Fishbowl and, some redraft leagues, but even in Dynasty, hey, if you can get them. I would definitely blow some some free agent budget on him. So you just never know, man. This could be a guy, it could be one of those years when Le'Veon Bell went down and, with the contract stuff in Pittsburgh, and then James Conner was the guy that just stepped up. So Hey, why not, man? I'd rather miss out or I'd rather not miss out versus just thinking about, damn, I should have just did it. So
Getting your chance at a starting running back, you got to do that shit.
yeah. Hey, shout out to Gardner Minshew though. Hey, he went 19 of 20, man. He almost threw a perfect game. We only hear about that in baseball.
True.
I'm sure, of course they still got the perfect passer rating, but I'm talking about like every time you throw the ball, someone catches it. So he went 19 of 20, 173 yards, man. So of course he threw 3 touchdowns. He only put up 20 points. I actually traded Gardner today. I got a trade off today. It was a package though.
That's your guy.
Yeah. All right, bro. Anything else on the Jags, man? You want to keep it pushing?
Keep it pushing.
All right. We're going to try to pick up the pace. Man, let's go to Minnesota, man. So Green Bay playing Minnesota, division game. Aaron Rodgers, bro, he balled out, man. So 364 yards, 32 completions, 4 touchdowns. I think all of them went to Devontae except for like 1. But Devontae had a big game as well. So 14 catches, 2 touchdowns. He had a 42-point game. Of course, Allen Lazard, caught a pass or caught a touchdown. So that was huge. And then Valdez Scantling, bro. So that was another team that got 3 wide receivers going this week.
Yeah, bro. I fuck with him. Aaron Jones, he looked all right. He looked like they drafted A.J. Dillon to be the running back next year. That's what Aaron Jones looked like.
Bless you, brothers. But, hey, Jamal Williams still got his carries. And Aaron Jones, he still had 20 touches, so that's still promising. So, hey,
I fuck with
can't be
it,
mad
man.
at that.
Devontae's the guy to own, but don't go buy him. He's expensive to go buy, but shout out to anybody that got Devontae on their team. Shout out to anybody that's been having Devontae since he's been drafted, never released him. If you done kept him through all of that, you're the realest trooper, and you deserve everything he's going to do this year.
All right, let's pivot to this Minnesota offense, man. So start with Dalvin Cook, man. He had 12 carries. Man, he only caught 1 pass. It was a negative 2 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns on the ground with the 12 carries, and he had 2 2-point conversions, man.
I don't know what the hell was going on with that offense, bro. It was weird. It was just Thielen and then a splash of Cook. It's weird. But you know what? Their defense doesn't look that good anymore, man. So that run the ball down somebody's throat with Cook might be dead for it. But still, that offense is Thielen and Cook. It's weird.
And you'll see some Madison. So he had 10 touches. So, we can officially say Madison has a role in that offense. He's no longer a handcuff to Dalvin Cook. But, of course, if Cook goes down, he's next man up. But, they're treating him like the Latavius Murray. So he has a role in that offense. If you give a guy 10 touches every week, you have a role. So that's something just to watch going forward. But he had 10 touches this past week.
I think Justin Jefferson's going to have a rough rookie year. So at any given week, go buy some Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Just in case somebody ever gets to the point where it's like, well, fuck it, he ain't going to do nothing. Keep your eye on that low buy.
Of course, Kirk Cousins just managed the game. Hey, that's what he's paid to do. So kind of like a Derek Carr. So, all right, bro, let's go down to New England. So Miami Dolphins played the Patriots. So, of course, Cam Newton's debut, man. Let's start there with Cam, man. What you like?
I like the fact that his running backs are trash. So in the red zone, he has green light to run the ball. I hate how N'Keal Harry still doesn't look like he should be a first-round receiver yet. And I hate how all he has basically after that is Edelman. So I think they're going to limit how much they let him throw, so it's never going to flourish in the pass game like that. But he should be straight. He's just going to have to do a whole lot through rushing.
Man, Cam completed 15 out of 19 passes. Hey, he ran the ball 15 times. So he had 2 touchdowns. So, man, if Cam Newton's getting 15 carries, bro, in the New England offense, I'll take that all day long, man. So he looked good out there. Of course, Sonny Michel, he had 10 carries. James White had 5. Man, I know they play Seattle next week. I'm expecting James White. That's going to be one of my starts next week, James White. I just like the matchup.
Damian Harris banged up. Go flirt a 3rd-round pick for Damian if you can.
Yeah. All right, let's transition to this Miami offense, man. I'm going to start with somebody that stuck out to me that I wasn't even expecting, Myles Gaskin. He actually led the backfield in carries. So he had 9 carries. He caught 4 passes out of the backfield. So he basically had more touches than Jordan Howard. I was based on the name. But hey, if you can add Myles Gaskin in Dynasty, just add him. You just never know what's going to happen with this backfield, especially if Breida can't stay healthy. And, there are moments and times where Howard's known to also not stay healthy. But Miles Gas is basically free right now in Dynasty. I would just add him if you need some depth. I know I do. I got a lot of leagues where, I'm basically, I don't want to say I'm tanking, but when I tank and when we tank, we still play our best players. So it ain't like we're playing Jalen Hurts and, all these other guys, but we still play our studs. Like I still had my Darius Slayton's in there, but I had to run, who did I have to run this with? Like Frank Gore, and I played Tevin Coleman. But now I'm gonna start running Myles Gaskin. I'm just trying to get me a guy that still give me the best shot. So it's a certain you gotta tank with class basically.
Pick up Myles Gaskin. Trade him if you can. Hey, Devontae Parker, a little banged up, but he was actually looking all right. I'm still a believer in
Preston Williams.
Going to go buy Preston Williams. I think he's a stud. All those guys are buy low, man. They're all still fairly young, man. So I would still go flirt out some random deals to get those guys. Because like I said, they're all still fairly young. The whole offense, Tua, Preston, Devontae, Gesicki. I love all of them, man. So.
Yeah, Preston Williams went 2 for 7, so we'll see, man. How long do you think until we start seeing Tua? Like week 4, week 5?
Depends on how many games the Dolphins about to run off and lose, man. If Fitz can keep them in some games, they might keep letting Fitz play. But if they start getting dog walked, which they shouldn't because they have a good defense, if they start getting dog walked, it's like you might as well just put Tua in anyway.
I wouldn't be surprised if they bring Tua in mid-season, let Fitz secure that tank so they can get another high draft pick, and then let Tua just ball out and finish it out. So why not? I mean, establish some high draft capital going into 2021, then let your rookie, get half the season. So we'll see. But I'm ready for Tua to play. We saw some Burrow play, but before we get to that Cincinnati game, let's go to Washington. So the Eagles, man, they played Washington. All right, I'll kick it off. So, of course, let's start with, Dwayne Haskins. So 17-31, 1 touchdown. Man, Terry McLaurin had a quiet game, so he went 5 for 7, 61 yards. He's still their number 1, so he was the heavily most targeted wide receiver there. And then, of course, out of the backfield, this was a question mark. I know a lot of people was excited for Antonio Gibson, but Peyton Barber has 17 carries. He got the goal line work. He had 2 touchdowns. That's another guy you could probably add right now in Dynasty for free if you need some running back depth. Antonio Gibson had 9 carries and 2 catches. So you got to be patient with Antonio Gibson, but it looks like right now Peyton Barber's the running back to own in that backfield.
Go see if you can buy you some Terry and some Gibson right now. The one thing is Barber had those 2 touchdowns, but Barber didn't look as good as Gibson on natural, just like pure touches. Gibson looks like the actual guy that can make a difference in the offense. He looks exciting. He looks like the only one that's explosive. Peyton just looks like the vet. So, like, I don't know, man. If people are nervous about the Terry Haskins thing, it's a good chance to get in. But I'm not really buying in on Haskins, man. And I don't know. That whole if it wasn't for Terry and just the excitement of what Gibson could bring, I probably wouldn't be in on nobody on this offense, man.
All right, let's pivot to the Eagles offense. Let's start with Boston Scott because, of course, Miles Sanders was out this week with a hamstring. And, of course, Boston Scott was, the late, add or the late insert into your roster this week. But he had 9 carries, so he did lead the backfield in carries. Man, 35 yards, so he only put up like 7 points. Of course, Corey Clement saw some carries. Man, Carson Wentz had a bad day, man. He struggled, man. He only had 24 completions. Of course, Dallas Goedert went off, so the tight ends really was the highlight of that offense this week. So with Dallas Goedert, 8 catches, 101 yards, a touchdown, and Zach Ertz, 3 catches and a touchdown. So they had to lean on their tight ends this week, man.
That's what they always do. But shout out Rager, man. He showed that he has big playability. I'm gonna keep on preaching these out because I'm all about trade, man. I'm always trying to show you how to come up on the value. But anybody has issues with Miles Sanders already being banged up, go flirt your trade proposals out here. Go flirt. The Goddard thing is all bad. I know Ertz is a little bit older than Goddard, but go flirt them Ertz trades out, man. If everybody's gonna be so worried about Goddard, man, go get some Ertz. I just don't want no Wentz, man. I don't think they're doing anything for Wentz to flourish as a quarterback, bro. So I'm over that shit.
All right, let's pivot to this LA Charger and Cincinnati Bengal game, man. 2 rookies that I was excited to see and watch. I know everyone's kind of anticipating they was ready for the 1 o'clock games to get done so we can watch Joe Burrow. Hey, Joe Burrow, man, he went 23 of 36 in the passing game, 193 yards. He threw an interception, but he also had 8 carries on the ground for 46 yards and a touchdown on that QB draw. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was fire.
Yeah, man. So, hey, Joe had a hell of a debut. I know he turned the ball over late in the game, but he rallied him, man, and then kicker just missed the field goal, man. So that's unfortunate, man. But hey, AJ Green, 5 catches, 51 yards. Tyler Boyd, he had 4 catches. He was locked up this week. Tyler Boyd was locked up with Chris Harris in the slot. Of course, John Ross, 2 catches. So it was a light day for the wide receivers. I think the disappointment of the day was Joe Mixon, man. He had 19 carries for 69 yards, only put up 5 points.
Go by Joe. Everybody's scared for how he starts the season off. He just got his money too. They know what they got in that offense. Go by Joe, not Joe Burrow. I'm talking about Mixon. Burrow's gonna be all right. You probably can't afford him right now. His price is up. But really the forgotten guy. Remember, we're talking Dynasty.
Yeah.
Go buy some T. Higgins right now.
Yeah.
Still go get T. Higgins right now while John Ross is out there being the third receiver. Alton Tate getting run. Just, hey, don't forget about T. Higgins. Go buy him.
All right, let's pivot to this LA Charger offense. Tyrod Taylor, 16 to 39 points. So nothing special, but man, let's talk about the guy who didn't show out, but a guy who did. So Austin Eckler, man, 19 carries, 84 yards. He only caught 1 pass, 9 points. But let's talk about Josh Kelly, man, rookie out of UCLA. So 12 carries, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Josh Kelly just looks like he's playing at a different pace than everyone, man. He was playing at full speed. He's the goal line back, so clearly, they want to take some of that pressure off of Eckler on the goal line. I like what I saw, man. So I got some Josh Kelly in a couple spots. This is a guy you probably can go get maybe for a second, I would say. I think his price is definitely starting to go up. And, hey, if he continues to do what he's done, if he does this all year, man, you might have to pay a little bit more to get him. But I would say right now, if you like what you saw with Josh Kelly, some people may be wanting to move him off a 1-week hype. I'd be willing to pay a second.
All I seen was guys getting older that I don't want on my team right now, especially the pass catchers, man. I will say Tyrod kept Hunter Henry relevant. That's all you can ask for as a tight end. Somebody's going to flirt with 5, 6, 7 catches and maybe flirt with a touchdown. But I don't know what to think about Keenan Allen, man. His value already started to slide for me, but I don't know, man. That offense doesn't have me excited at all with Tyrod under at quarterback. So we'll see, man. I'm just staying away from all of them right now.
All right, man. 5 more games, man. We're almost out of there again. We still excited about NFL kicking off. We just wanted to kind of just, jam session on all the guys, the rookies, the vets, just all the hype. So 5 more games. So let's get through. Let's start with Tampa Bay and the Saints, man. So Tom Brady made his debut with the Bucs, went 23 of 36, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he had a touchdown on the ground. So, 18 points, man. Not really a special day. Of course, he missed some throws. Of course, Chris Godwin, he went 6 for 7 with 79 yards. Scotty Miller, man, he had 5 catches, 73 yards. Mike Evans, I know he was a question mark going into the start of the game, but he had 1 catch for a touchdown, so he was able to hit the end zone. But what are your thoughts, man, on what you saw with that Tom Brady offense and those running backs?
I'm always speaking this shit. Go by O.J. Howard. Go by those receivers. If you have anybody that think that these guys had bad weeks, that's really all I want to say. Rojo, he looked the best out the backfield.
He did.
So I feel bad for Fournette owners. He should have went somewhere clear where he didn't have no real competition. Yeah, so, and I don't want no Tom Brady, man. He's, that's a bridge gap quarterback who's trying to learn the system in one of his last 2 years. So
here's the thing about Fournette, too, man. You guys got to understand the Bucs, their O-line is built for the pass. So, yes, you can get in single back and 2 tight ends and put Fournette back there, but you're asking these pass blockers to, play downhill in a running scheme. That's not what they do. So I don't think Fournette fits their scheme. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get going at all in this system. Rojo clearly, he flashed. He clearly popped on the tape. He had most of the carries, but of course you would expect that with Fournette being a late addition. But just something to watch in his backfield. So I wouldn't be surprised if Fournette doesn't really work out in this system.
True that.
All right, let's look at this New Orleans offense, man. So, of course, Drew Brees, 18 of 30, 2 touchdowns. Nothing special again, but, of course, Alvin Kamara, 12 carries, caught 5 passes out of the backfield. He had a touchdown in the passing game and in the running game. So, he put up 23 points. He had a nice day. And then, of course, Latavius Murray, man, 15 carries, bro. I wasn't expecting that.
I know, man, but they went up for a little while. So, you got to keep your running back fresh if you can. So Latavius, he has a role. He's going to play. He's a good flex play, probably every week down there. But Michael Thomas is usually going Michael Thomas. He got banged up this week. So you don't got to worry about that, man. Michael Thomas is still MT. Can't nobody still guard him. So, ain't too much to say about that offense, man. Where they stand is where they stand in Dynasty, man. Breeze, they got an older quarterback, but those are still top 5 at their position, wide receiver and running back right there in Alvin and Michael Thomas.
Yeah, especially with this Michael Thomas injury, I expect Manuel Sanders to go up a little bit more. So, of course, he caught his first touchdown in his debut in that offense. And sneaky play, man, Jared Cook. He had 5 catches for 80 yards. So, I expect Jared Cook to turn up, especially on this Monday night with Michael Thomas missing some games. So, and Taysom Hill is going to be Taysom Hill. All right, man, the next game, Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. This was actually a pretty exciting game to watch. Let's start with Kyler Murray, man. Hey, 13 carries on the ground, 91 yards and a touchdown. And, of course, he threw 26 out of 40 on the pass attempts, but 230 yards in the air, man, and a touchdown. So, DeAndre Hopkins, bro, 14 catches, 151 yards. Man. What are your thoughts on this offense?
Drake is still a sneaky buy. They played a rough defense, and he still did decent. Kyler, I'm glad they let him. And that was his career high in rushes and rushing yards. So he can go up, bro. He did that against a very good defense. And I don't want nothing to do with Christian Kirk. I don't want nothing to do with Larry. They don't got no tight ends. It's all D-Hop and Kyler all year, baby.
Yeah, we talked about it, man. Like, the more pass catchers around, that's only going to open up the rushing lanes for Kyler. So, hey, perfect QB to own in Dynasty, especially if you like the rushing upside and the throwing upside. All right, let's pivot to the San Francisco offense. Of course, Jimmy G, he's just going to manage the game. He's just going to drop back and throw it to Kittle and occasionally to some running backs. But, man, to start the game off early, Raheem Mostert, man, he broke like a 70-yard run off a pass. So he had 15 carries, caught 4 passes for 95 yards and a touchdown, 27 points. That's a big game for the running back. Did you expect to see Jet McKinnon to get involved like that?
Yeah, bro, because really Tevin, they was unsure if Tevin was even going to play. So I figured it was McKinnon. As long as he was healthy, they still paid him all that money last year. So really, it's honestly, man, it's Mostert barely for me, and then Kittle. I don't want any of those pass catching backs. I don't know when Ayuk is going to be ready. Debo finally went on IR. We didn't even talk Debo. Debo's on IR.
Yeah.
With the injuries. But, yeah.
Ayuk hurt.
Yeah, bro. I don't want – if it ain't George Kittle, man, I don't want it, honestly.
Yeah, and Jet McKinnon's a guy you could probably add, in Dynasty. So I definitely wouldn't mind having a piece of this Kyle Shanahan rushing offense. So that's a guy you probably can add. So, all right, man. Let's pivot. A couple more games and we out of here. So 3 more games. Let's start with Sunday night primetime. Dallas Cowboys at the LA Rams, man. Let's start with Dallas. So Dak went 25 of 39, 266 yards and a touchdown. Of course, Amari Cooper, 14 targets, man. 81-yard game.
He's the number 1 receiver.
He is. 10 catches, so 18 points. And then CeeDee Lamb, he went 5 for 6, so 59 yards. His first play was like 30 yards on a deep over route, so it was good to see him getting involved. Of course, Michael Gallup, man, he went 3 for 5, but they called some of his plays back, so he actually should have had a bigger day point-wise fantasy. And then, of course, Zeke, 22 carries, 96 yards. He's the workhorse, and he caught 3 passes, so he had a touchdown on the ground and in the air, man.
Zeke is a stud and one of the best offenses in the NFL. You can't shy away from him. Dak is going to Dak because he has 3 incredible receivers. I think all of them are going to be okay, but just remember, Amari is the number 1. All this whole comparing Gallup to Amari Cooper shit, it's low-key bullshit, man. We all know Amari Cooper's banged up. Yes, his fault that he chooses to play banged up, but anybody who wants to give me some Amari Cooper, I'm going to go buy because he's the number 1 on one of the best offenses all around in general. And he has 2 great pieces around him that are going to open up. It's going to be hard to double team Amari because he has CeeDee Lamb out there. He has Gallup out there, and they're all great. They can all be great. Just Amari's the number 1. They paid him like it. It is what it is. Fuck it.
All right, and Blake Jarwin went down, I believe with a season-ending injury, right?
Yeah, bro. Zach Ertz on the way.
Hey, I won't be surprised. So, All right, let's pivot to this LA Rams offense. The surprise of the day, Malcolm Brown, 18 carries, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns. So he's definitely the goal line back. He's definitely the short down and distance back. But Cam Akers was involved too. He had 14 carries for 39 yards. Man, Henderson, man, only had 3 carries, man. So it looks like that Henderson
is dead foe.
Yeah, man.
Dead foe. As expected, though, Malcolm Brown has always been the professional. He started off last year after they took Darrell Henderson and after the whole everybody was scared about Ty Gurley. My thing is, yeah, he's going to get his run. But Cam Akers still looked good when he was playing. So, like I'm saying, I'm always telling you guys to go flirt for trade proposals. That's what you go do for Cam after a big Malcolm Brown week. Robert Woods came out, did his PPR thing, and I still think Kupp is a great receiver. Just the tight end thing is iffy.
Yeah, the tight end's going to be up and down. But I think that matchup call for the tight ends to kind of hang around that line, especially with that Dallas Cowboys D-line. So, yeah, I think there's just a matchup week. And even for Jared Goff, on paper, he should have balled out a little bit more. He did have a good game, NFL production-wise. So he went 20-31, 275 yards, only 1 interception. Didn't throw any touchdowns. So that only gave him 10.5 points this week. So it was just a matchup game. Sean McVay just calling a hell of a game. All right, let's pivot. 2 more games. So Monday night, Steelers and the Giants, man. Let's start with the Giants. Saquon Barkley, 15 carries for 6 yards. Am I reading that right?
Bro, the Steelers' defense is amazing.
Yeah, they are. But, of course, Saquon had 6 catches, so he's still going to do his thing in the backfield, catching the pass. So he was able to get 60 yards out of the backfield. That allowed him to keep some PPR relevance this week, but he only had 12.6 points this game. So, man. I know
he's going to be all right.
Yeah.
He's going to be all right. Hey, go get him on a 1-game discount. I'm going to keep preaching it. If somebody thinks somebody looked that bad, fuck it. Really, the real question is Slayton in Dynasty.
Oh,
what you doing with him?
That's my guy. He was my buy low, but I don't know if you can buy him low at this point, but I would still shoot my shot at a buy low. But if he keeps doing what he did, especially on this Monday night, he went 6 for 9, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's the deep play wide receiver, man. So, man.
What do you think that means for 2 things? Garbage time, you can't take it away. It still happened.
Yeah.
You got a garbage time touchdown. And what does it mean when they bring Golden Tate back? Because he actually set out this week.
Yeah, I could see some of those targets coming down from Slayton, but it still seems like Slayton still gets his 2 to 3 deep shots a game. So those deep shots are still going to be there. He's just going to have to capitalize on those limited moments. But in this game, man, they were throwing the ball to Slayton to even convert. So he was looking like a number 1. Like, we're not used to seeing him using that capacity. Like, hey, 3rd and 8 or whatever. Just throwing in the ball. You're just used to seeing Slayton go down the field, but he's showing he can also do more than just run deep. So he can do more than run the 9.
True that.
All right, let's also talk about, of course, Evan Ingram. Wasn't the best showing this week. Went 2 for 7, 9 yards. So hopefully he can bounce back. But again, that defensive line is a beast in Pittsburgh. So, man.
Yeah, and this is kind of his real opening game with Daniel Jones. When Daniel Jones finally took over last year, Evan Ingram was actually banged up. So you've seen a lot of tight end goodness with Caden Smith and Daniel Jones, but I think that'll come around. If Evan Ingram can stay healthy, I think he's going to be all right.
All right, let's talk about Daniel Jones. He went 26 of 41, so 279 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I'm okay with that, man.
I think
you gotta be patient with him.
Like you said, no offseason, getting a weapon back like Evan Ingram, trying to figure out the Saquon Barkley things. He was hurt for some stretch of the games last year. I think they're going to piece together. I still like Daniel Jones. I like what he can do. He can run the ball. He's all right. He's going to be good.
All right, let's pivot to this Pittsburgh offense, man. Hey, James Conner, he was a dud this week. So, he got hurt too. So I guess I'll be a little bit light on that, given he had an injury. But 6 carries, 9 yards. Caught 2 passes, but he only put up 3 points. But Benny Snell stepped in, 19 carries, 113 yards, man. He had a big day on the ground. He looked like he was, 1 speed, man. So I like what I saw in Snell. He's a hell of a stash if you got him in Dynasty.
My depth play, Snell. Hey, all those receivers are going to be all right. Juju is still the alpha. He's going to get all the looks in the red zone. Nasty. Yeah, fuck with Juju. Eric Ebron, I don't think Eric's going to be a thing. Claypool, if you invested in Claypool, he is the future. He looked good out there. He's big. All that good shit, man. And Big Ben looks like he's going to be a decent bridge stop gap quarterback for you for this year. I like it.
I don't see Pittsburgh maintaining 3 wide receivers though. So that James Washington a little bit iffy, but I'm definitely okay with Juju and Deontay.
They used to have 3 receiving options that were maintained.
Yeah, but usually that third was like Martavis Bryant on his 2 to 3 shots a game.
Nah, I'm talking about they always had, even when they had Antonio Brown, Juju, who was the third option?
Was it Emmanuel Sanders?
No, it was always a backfield guy. They don't have a backfield guy that's going to get those 100 targets like Le'Veon used to. He required 100 targets, bro. So if you take that away out the backfield, because Snell wasn't getting them, they didn't have nobody getting them yesterday. I think it's going to be those. There's going to be 3 receivers this time, and not going to be 100 targets coming out the backfield. This year.
I wouldn't be surprised if they work McFarland in at some point. Jalen Samuels, he didn't look good, man.
And he usually throws to the tight end too, and it wasn't getting no tight end love yesterday either.
Yeah, but hey, Juju's back though. That's all that matters. And Deontay breakouts here.
Juju's back.
All right, last game. Tennessee and Denver. This is the game that put me out for the night on the couch. I fell asleep, but 16-14, man. Derrick Henry, 31 carries, 116 yards. He caught 3 passes, man. Actually throwing the ball.
Fire.
16. He had 16 points last night. Corey Davis, man. We had a Corey Davis sighting. Everyone was waiting for A.J. Brown to do something, but it was the Corey Davis show, man. What you think about that Tennessee offense yesterday?
I still like A.J. Brown's talent in the long run. He's a fire-ass receiver. But like I said earlier, man, Devontae Parker broke out in his 5th year. It's a first-round receiver right here going into his 5th year, man, and he has talent. It's not like he's not talented. He just really ain't had the opportunity to really show what he can do, man. So I like all those weapons, man. If you didn't buy into the Jonnu when he was cheap, you missed out. If you didn't buy in on the Corey Davis while everybody was shitting on him, you pretty much could have got him for anything. I feel like you kind of missed out. Now the only person that's expensive is AJ, and he's too expensive to pay for at this point. So I don't know.
Now, if he keeps having these, 8-point games, you can probably buy him low. I'm still holding on to AJ in Dynasty. I'm being patient, so. But yeah, shout out to Jonnu, man. So he's primed for a breakout season. I like what I saw. Touchdown. They even put him in the backfield yesterday. He does it all. He blocks, runs, catch, all that. So shout out to Tannehill, man. He did his thing. So he managed the game. So hey, Tannehill, he does what he do. So I like what I saw, man. All right, last offense of the day. This Denver Broncos offense, man. Drew Lock, man. This was a question mark everyone had. Is he gonna ball out? Is he, is it cap? But 22 at 33. Of course, he's missing Cortland Sutton yesterday. Do you give him a pass?
He gets a pass. Cortland Sutton is a dominant ass receiver, bro. And I'm excited about Locke because he has Sutton, Judy, Fant. You take away any of those pieces that I'm excited about, then yeah, the excitement goes down a little bit.
All right, let's talk about Melvin Gordon, man. He actually fumbled yesterday, which was like, man, that's something you don't see every day.
They said he wasn't even ready for the game. They said he wasn't going to be ready to play, and he still played.
Yeah, but he had 15 carries, 78 yards. He had a touchdown, so 14 points. He had a decent day. And then Phillip Lindsay, he still got his 7 carries. It's going to be some Phillip Lindsay games, man, so definitely hold on to Phillip. I like Phil. Then let's talk about Jerry Jeudy, man. Hey, his route running is, like, amazing.
Amazing.
Especially in the slot, create that separation. So I like what I saw. He dropped a couple passes, but it's okay. It's all good.
It's crazy watching him fall to the back end of the first round sometimes in these rookie drafts. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get no Noah Fant.
Yeah, talk about your guy, man.
If you didn't get no Noah Fant.
Hype him up, man.
As much as we talked about how much they tried to work him into the offense last year, play him out the backfield sometimes, throw these screens, quick slants. He's a fucking gamer. And if you draft a tight end who isn't the greatest blocker in the first round, you plan on using him for what he can do. Sophomore year, sophomore breakout, man. It's about to be crazy for Noah Fant. He about to go crazy.
All right, man. Hey, we're going to close out with these hot takes, so we don't want the season to, get too deep before, without putting these out there. So we're going to run through these. We know that was a lot, but we just wanted to hit on all the players. I mean, we've put in all this work in the summer. We've all done it. We've all done our homework, had our hot takes, had our guys. So why not spend some time to just run through all the games? So that won't be a weekly thing. It's just a kickoff special. But let's get into these hot takes and bets. So I'm gonna kick mine off. Gardner Minshew top 12 QB. I'm still standing on that. So that's my hot take. Gardner Minshew top 12. Any rebuttal to that?
Nah, man. He actually looked good this week, man.
All right. You got one for us?
Hot take. Hayden Hurst, top 4 tight end. Hey, he ain't had the best week 1, but I'm standing on that shit.
Okay. Let's go back to Jacksonville. Shark top 12 wide receiver PPR. So of course, if I got Gardner top 12, we got to throw to somebody. So not the best start for Shark, but he did find the end zone.
All right, I got another one.
All right.
I said it on the podcast last week. Everybody looked like I was crazy. I said DK will lead all wide receivers in touchdowns.
Good start.
6'4", 230. 4'3", 340. Russell Wilson. Give me all of that.
All right. Let's go to Las Vegas. I got Waller as a top 5 tight end PPR. So decent start, but we'll see. That's something to watch.
I rock with that. And then also last week, I got looked at like I was crazy, but I said Josh Jacobs will lead all running backs in rushing yards. He will win the rushing title this week. That's DJ Avo coughing. It ain't Corona.
Yeah. All right. This is an actual bet, and you already lost this bet, unfortunately, due to injury, but I had Kendrick Bourne, San Francisco wide receiver, outscoring Jalen Hurd. And with the Jalen Hurd out for the season and Kendrick Bourne catching 2 passes on Sunday, I've already secured that. So that's a shot.
That's cool. I also said that Hayden Hurst would outscore Darren Waller.
Yeah. That's something to watch.
And I also said that Zach Ertz would outscore Mark Andrews.
That's something to watch too. I'm leading that right now.
So we locking them 3 shot bets in.
Yep.
I ain't tripping.
DJ Avo, tell the people, man, what's your hot take? You put a hot take out there.
Cam Newton gonna be top 10.
Top 10 QB. Hey, he's off to a great start, man. So
we starting out right where we need to be.
Hey, shout out to DJ Avo, shout out to Cam, balling in New England. They actually called some, what was it? Was it roughing a passer or something? He actually got a call that he would never get nowhere else. Something happened.
It's crazy.
I don't remember the actual call.
All right. So I know Vic tried to throw the B Team Player of the Week as my favorite segment. I like it. I don't like it as much as this segment. We're going to get straight to the scouting report, and we got a fire one. This is my guy. We have music together. We have done songs, plural, together. One of the best rappers I know. Straight punchline, nigga. Hit you. All right, so look, he just dropped a project last week. It was on his birthday. Shout out to him. I'll let him know he's a punchline king. He got Jada co-signing right now. That shit's fire. So he just dropped the album called Movie Night.
Jada Kiss.
Yeah,
you gotta stress that these days.
Like
there's been entanglements with Jada's out here.
Like so Jada Kiss.
You gotta say Jada Kiss.
Like, okay, Jada Kiss, which is one of my, clearly Jada likes light-skinned niggas, so you're right. One of my favorite rappers ever co-signing him in Jada Kiss. He dropped a project called Movie Night, and I hit him and was like, hey, bro, I've been rocking with your shit. It's hard. Palin' Up is one of my favorite tracks on the project. I hit him and said, bro, you got to send me that Palin' Up. I would like to throw it on the podcast. Told DJ Avo load that shit up. And this is where we at with it. You feel me? So, look, shout out to my guy AMC Twine. He just let me know that he like talking fantasy. So, hopefully we can have him guest on something, even on one of my videos, man. I will have him on. But search him on all markets, AMC Twine, and let that shit ride there, bro.
When they start to tripping, I tell them they proud as fuck. Hey, go get your dollars up. I swear it's in God we trust. Not in a court, but they honor us. How can I trip when this money is piling up? How can I trip when this money is piling up? When they start to tripping, I tell them they proud as fuck. Hey, go get your dollars up. I swear it's in God we trust. Not in a court, but they honor us. How can I trip when this money is piling up? How can I trip when this money is piling? I'm by myself in this world like an island. They said all this work and you better be tired. Hear all these people, they telling me lies. Watch what you saying, you better be quiet. Be going in the melody riding. Fuck up the city like 70 rides. Pockets is greedy, got 70 diets. And I said, don't think that they eating enough. That pussy is mine if I'm eating it up. And I don't ride alone, it's like 3 in a truck. Heard what you said, whatever that means. These niggas be switching to several teams. Told me she saw me in several dreams. Stack up that money like metal and beams. Niggas is pussy, they telling for free. People gon' gossip, they telling me things. things than ball like the Celtics in 73. I promise to God they not better than me. Sip on this drink and it's better than tea. Make it rain, bitch, like the weather in seas. I am on top and you hella beneath. Hit up my weed man and sell me a G. Probably an 8, but it all just depends. If you don't take bullets, don't call me your friend. Honor the code, cause bitch, I'm a man. Outside the box, but I'm going in. Take a deep breath, now I'm counting to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Quit asking me questions like, damn it, I'm fine. Split for a minute, but damn it, she mine. Don't understand why they randomly line. Don't hit the club if I'm standing in line. We go together like brandy and wine. 6 like I'm Drake, but just hand me the 9. No, I'm gon' listen, just ran me to cry. Used to be broke, but damn it, I'm fine. I just be whipping, but please don't start bitching. I'm hotter than kitchens and stoves when it's fine. I am a king, I'm on top of my throne. They gon' remember some parts of this song. You can believe, cause Harley, I'm prone. I'm about to leave, so sorry I'm gone. I need a car, cause start with my phone. And you can see that it's probably my home. And you can see that I worked through the night and I'm staying on up, going hard in the morning. I cannot trip when this money is piling up. When they start to tripping, I tell them they proud as fuck. Hey, go get your dollars up. I swear it's in God we trust. Not in a quote, but they honor us.
My bad, bro.
When this money is piling up.
My bad, bro.
Got the hands.
I cannot trip when this money is piling up.
Vic almost beat me up, y'all.
I caught it, bro.
Again, that was the homie AMC Twan. Make sure y'all check that out. This mix is not his, but all I'm saying is if you need me, I got it. You know what I mean?
That's Dynasty Bro Dot on the background vocals.
And Vic. My shit turned down.
Yeah, bro, I don't know which mic is
Nah,
yours.
bro, I
my
hear you,
bad.
bro.
My bad. Okay.
But I hear you, though.
We good?
My bad.
All right, so look,
Yo.
we coming to the closing. Hope y'all enjoyed that episode. All right, so look, one more time. Follow me at Dynasty Bro Dot on Instagram and on Twitter. Follow Dynasty Bros FF. That's the main Instagram page. Twin, where can they find you at, bro?
Chief Sosa FF. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and join the Facebook community at Dynasty Bros FF Podcast.
Ava,
What's good?
get on camera. I'm just playing. Where can we follow you at?
You can follow me at DJ Avo LXVE on the Instagram, and you can follow me at Dynasty Bro Avo on the Twitter.
All right, so look, gotta say something good to the people. We're gonna make it good. We're gonna make it quick. Go in reverse order. Avo, say something good to the people.
Look, man, everybody just stay up. Try to do your best to stay healthy. Take your vitamins. Whatever you do, whatever you take to stay healthy. I've been a little bit under the weather the past few weeks, and it hasn't been fun. So, yeah, just do what you got to do to stay healthy.
Dynasty Bro Vic, Chief Sosa.
I actually wasn't ready, bro, this week.
All right, so look.
So I'm just going to say sometimes it's cool to not do nothing. So if you need a day to just lay in and stay in and say fuck everything, fuck life, work, pressures, meaning you just need a day off mentally, do that. So it's okay to do that.
All right, and I usually try to keep it like kind of like personal and kind of away from football, but since we're wrapping up week 1, I kind of just want to give advice again. I've been saying it kind of throughout the podcast and on our redraft episode, but take a breath, deep breath. It's only week 1. Don't panic. Don't go trading guys. Don't go releasing guys. Just you drafted these guys for a reason. Figure out what the hell you drafted them for. You don't win your league right now anyway. So make sure you pay attention to the waiver wire. Be active. Make sure there aren't guys out there that you need. Just be smart. Don't do anything stupid. And hey, you got past week 1. Rolling on to week 2. Pay attention to us. We're going to show you how to dominate your league, Dynasty Bro Style. Through waiver wires, through trades, through everything. Paying attention to little details, submitting your lineup. That's what we are here for. Leave that shit to us. So, if you have any questions, hit us up at questions@dynastybrosff.com. I get that right?
Yeah. And hey, get on the Facebook page too. So we want to get that moving, get the activity going. So that's where we're going to be at. Also, you can hit us up on Twitter directly. So
Yeah, man, we just working. So I wanted to leave y'all with some fancy advice on the way out because week 1 can be rough. You see the guy that you waited fucking all off season to draft, go put up 4 points, and now you in a panic. It ain't that deep. Chill deep out.
a couple more things. We're also going to drop the 4-minute offense. So that's part of our redraft show, but we're going to cut that out, make it its own dedicated offense so you can know who to add for your redraft leagues. And, hey, Don't worry about if you start off 0-1, don't worry about it. It's all about making the playoffs. That's the goal. Make the playoffs, then worry about going 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. So now don't go 0-6. I don't know if we can help you at that point. We'll try, but
I went 1-6 last year in my big
well,
money
there you
league.
go. Well, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's all about the playoffs at the end of the day, so don't stress. If you start off 0-2, 0-3, don't panic. Just, hey,
Just pay attention to us.
yep, pay attention. So we got you with this 4-minute offense week to week. And then Dynasty, man, hey, just you either contending or what's the other phrase? I'm spacing out.
Or you out, you're tanking.
Yeah. Contending or pretending. So don't be stuck in the middle, man. Couple comments.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Hey.
Odell stuck it up.
Hey, we getting out here. We about to hit the hour 30 mark.
Yeah. This is a long one.
Hey, so we'll show you how to dominate your league, Dynasty Bro Style. Vic, Avo. Peace and love.